All right, so I think where we left off was talking about putting the black strips on here. I did draw out my design a little more. I can kind of shift it here. I don't think my screen is showing all of it. Okay, that's pretty good. You should be able to see the whole design here, more or less drawn out. So I'm gonna just explain a few principles on how I got there. So the measurements that you do, my measurement here was 3.5. This is how I got to make this line, this triangle here. Right, so you can see I'm putting, the point of my ruler, or my triangle on these various points that are made, and they're all starting to line up, see? So that lines up perfect with that. And then if I flip it, it lines up here, right? Same if I go up here and like that, right? So you're using the points and the triangle to just mirror things throughout your design. I'm just specifically doing measurements for the one on canvas, just to give everyone an idea from one start to finish. But you can do whatever you want. It doesn't need to be, this is 3.5. So the reason I wrote this and circled it is because this is my kind of dominant measurement for this triangle here, my equilateral triangle. And it's gonna be 3.5 everywhere. It's gonna be 3.5 down here, if you can see. I just went from there to there. So once you have your measurements up here on your first one, we'll call this number 1, and then this is number 2 down here. You can basically use a compass. You can measure it and remember the measurements, or you could use a compass. I think a compass is the easiest way because it just stays within its set width. So for instance, if I wanted to mimic this one here, so I'm gonna mimic this left corner right here. Oh, I went the opposite direction. Okay, so this direction. So I'm gonna set it like that, it's set. I'm gonna go like that. And as you can see, there's a little line drawn right here. That's gonna set it like right there. So every time you wanna kind of mimic a measurement, you can just use your compass and you can make all these set kind of widths around. So the same thing I did here, right? I did here. So then when I go from here to here, right? It's that. Remember to use your straight edge as much as you can off of the table. I like to put mine flush with the table. You can see how it's on a little bit of like a, you can see it's bent here, but I like to put it on the edge. You can't see it, but I'm making it flush with the table, so that way I can slide it all the way across here. Same with, I'll just flip my design here. And then now you can see that's important that it's flush. So now I can make all these perfect horizontals, because your horizontals are going to kind of connect with your angles up here. So you want to make sure that your horizontal lines are flush. And you could do the design horizontal as well, see? Like, you don't have to do a vertical design. You could see it would look just as well this way. So I'm just gonna reset here, and look at the black strips of paper here. So I just have these that you can see I drew in white. I already put some down here. I'll just do another one real quick, just for a demo. I'm just over here cutting. I didn't go anywhere. And if you have your white pencil line up top here, or whatever pencil line, you might want to just flip it upside down. So I'm going to go ahead over to, this is my next sort of strip here. Grab my cement, rubber cement. It smells really intense, so don't try and breathe in too many fumes. Just a little. This is super old school material from like design 1 in like the 1960s. So it's still really great. So I'm just gonna go, you can be pretty liberal with it. You don't wanna glob it on like crazy, but you can see I'm kind of just brushing it on, and it will come right off eventually. So I'm just gonna do a strip there. Place it down while it's still pretty wet, just like that. Dries pretty quickly. So, excuse me. Once you have your whole your lines drawn out here, you can go ahead and you can just, you know, start. You can glue the whole area and then paste them all down, right? So the width and everything is kind of up to you. I'm just kind of freehanding it here. These dimensions are all up to you. Your design is up to you. The only thing that is important is remembering this idea of mimicking each side. And remember that the way you go about doing that is by setting the compass, or remembering your initial widths and sort of lengths, and then just putting them below or to the side or wherever you choose. The triangle will do most of the work. Everything starts to line up eventually to your horizontal lines, and all you need to do, see, is start rotating this all around, and the angles will start going. I would suggest definitely starting in the middle, right? That's something that is important. And then keeping it, let's see what this design, or what this measurement is. So this is from the middle, roughly 6 inches, right? Or 6.25. So, you know, stay within that 6 or 7 inch range maybe, just for your first area roughly, so that it's not going to go, like, you don't want a 9 or 10 inch design and then have it go off the page. I'm going to just, maybe I'll just cut it right on the board there, see? Get that angle. So yes, this is going to take a long time. I'm sorry. It will look really cool though when it's done. There you go. So you can just imagine a whole page of this filled up, right? These directions, changes, right? So then I would just maybe flip, and then you could see how that would get extended into the next part. So it's a really cool project. Definitely a little bit of time, definitely a bit of labor intensiveness with the paper. You can see I just sort of rub this rubber cement off. It's kind of satisfying to just clean the page. You know, when you're done, get maybe this real fine eraser, clean it up, clean off all your notes, all your pencil marks as good as you can, and should be good to go. So 2 weeks, come up with your design in a couple days, get going on your, I would have this on the page in about a week, I would say, you know, and then you could have a lot of time to just cut out and focus on the craft. So say 1 week for design and structure, and then a week for craft and making things look nice. So that's all I got for y'all. Take care.